Hey everyone, Mr. Venegas here, bringing you another rhythm lesson. So today we are going to do a little bit of some new material, but first, you should be listening to the click. Now, already you should also be doing something. Have you figured out what it is? Last week, we heard this device called the metronome. The metronome is telling us where the steady beat is, and in order to feel the beat, we should be doing what? If you said tapping your foot, you'd be correct. So if not, make sure that you're tapping your foot. So, like I said before, we are tapping our foot with the beat. You have to remember that when you're tapping the beat, your foot goes down and up. Okay, it has to go both ways. Remember, make sure that as you're tapping your foot, you want to make sure that your big toe is the only thing that's coming up and down. The front of your foot is coming up and down because we don't want to make sure that you slam your foot into the ground, and we want to make sure that the beat is only for you. Okay, so I'm going to turn off the metronome and we are going to go over some new things today. Now, like I told you before, when your foot is tapping, your foot is going down and up. That is one whole beat. Does anyone know what's the symbol that we draw in order to show one beat? Now, some of you may know what it is, but if not, that's okay. I'm going to show you. We have a special way to show one beat in music. Have you seen that before? Maybe it looks like this. How many of you know what that is? Now, in band and music, what we call this is called a quarter note. A quarter note gets one full beat. So I always say one full beat because every single time that I see a quarter note, my foot goes down and up. Every single time I see those. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw a bunch of quarter notes. Okay, I drew how many? If you said 8, you'd be correct. So I drew 8 quarter notes. How many beats does each quarter note get? If you said 1, you'd be correct. So each quarter note that you see gets one full beat. And also, what does my foot do? So with each of these, my foot goes down and up. So as you can see, each one of these quarter notes has a down and an up arrow inside because that is worth one full complete beat. So, cool. Does everybody get that? Hopefully you do. If not, you can always feel free to ask me later and I can explain it a different way. But for now, let's keep moving. Let's count these together. We're going to get our foot going. Now, for this, I'm going to do this just this one time. I'm going to write down the numbers down here on the bottom. So we're going to count the quarter notes together just using your numbers. Okay, but I'm going to turn the metronome on to get your foot going. Here we go. Let's count these together. Down, up, ready, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, freeze. Remember, at the end of all your exercises, you want to make sure that when you stop, we say the word freeze. Okay, let's try that again. Down, up, ready, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, freeze. Whenever you say the freeze, your foot's going to come right there on the down, and that's where we stop. Awesome. So, where was our foot when we said the number? If you guys said your foot was on the down, you'd be correct. So, whenever my foot comes down, I say a number. Okay, so when my foot comes down, I want to make sure that those numbers are right there. So I'm going to fix this real quick, so that way you can see it. I'm going to put that there. So every single time that you see that down, that's where my number's at. Awesome. So the down is taken care of, but hey, if you notice, there's also still an up. So we're going to add something to that up. Every time my foot hits the ground, I'm going to say a number, no matter what it is, right? But this time, when our foot goes up, we're going to pulse our air so it sounds like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to do it one more time for you. So this is what we're called pulsing our air. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's go back and let's count these little quarter notes here, okay? Here we go. Down, up, ready, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, freeze. Let's do that again. Okay, make sure that you're getting the pulse in there because we want to make sure that every single time your foot goes up, we'll pulse. Down, up, ready, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, freeze. Great. Right. So now this time, I'm going to add a few more beats. How many did I add there? If you said 4, you'd be correct. So now, I added 4 more beats. 8 plus 4 is 12, right. I'm going to draw my numbers right here on the bottom next to the down. Now, I asked you earlier, how many beats does a quarter note get? A quarter note, remember, gets 1 full beat, which, in case you forgot, is a down and an up. Now, what does my foot do for every beat? What should it do? We should be tapping, right? What do we say when our foot is down? It's right here. Every time your foot is down, you should say a number. What do you do when your foot is up? You should say pulse. Make sure that we remember those two things because those right there are super important. So let's try it together. Down, up, ready, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, freeze. Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot to put the freeze right there. Let's do that one again. Down, up, ready, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, freeze. Very cool. So, hopefully this is starting to make a little bit more sense. You guys have seen a new note, quarter note. You also know what's happening when your foot comes down and when your foot goes up. And in case if you're forgetting or if you don't remember this, you can always go back to this video and you can make sure that you see and you can understand what's happening when your foot moves down and up.